picking up from the auction today, the one in Youngtown, but they are closed. So I have to wait until Monday. And even then, I only got one lot. There was something I really wanted, but I did not want to pay. I didn't want to overpay for it because I could not figure out what the value was. And I mean, there were not images of this exact sculpture anywhere, and I can't pronounce the name of the maker. I will put it up here on the screen whenever I upload this video, but it was, no one noticed it. No one had bid on it until the day of the auction, and I had placed a pre-bid up to $30. Now, this person who does the sculptures, or did the sculptures, their stuff goes anywhere from selling anywhere from $25 to over $1,000, depending on what it is, when it was made, how big it is. I mean, there's all kinds of things. I don't know enough about this person and their style to know how much I should have paid for this thing, you know. And so I just set my limit at 30 because I was unsure. I'll also share a photo of the sculpture on the screen. It was like just under 7 inches tall, I think. It was kind of cool. Not something I would pick up to use, you know, in my house or whatever, whenever I have my own place. But I could see why people might collect this guy's artwork, you know. So I was kind of bummed about that one, and I was tempted to go higher, but I don't know if the person bidding against me was a collector, so they would have kept going to who knows how long, you know, because they're buying it for personal, you know what I mean? Or if they were a reseller and they know something about this guy's or this person's art, and they could, you know, kind of figure out a dollar amount because they've maybe sold some of it before. You just don't know. And so I set it at 30 because that's what I was comfortable with, in case it was only worth $40 or $50. You know what I mean? I think it was worth more than that because I could not find this exact sculpture anywhere, like nowhere. And so nothing even close to how it looked. It was very Art Deco looking. His other sculptures that are labeled Art Deco did not look as Art Deco as this one. And so I just don't know. I don't know. I have a feeling, this was just my gut, that it's probably worth somewhere around $300 or $400. But I have nothing to base that on other than just my personal feelings about it from everything that I looked at when I was, you know, trying to figure out how much it might be worth. That was the dollar amount range that kept popping into my head, you know. And if I knew for a fact that I could get at least $300 for it, I would have gone up to $100, you know, because I've done that before with that tapestry, you know. So not that I want to sit on $100 for 3 months or whatever, but I would have gone up to $100 if I knew that I could get at least $300 out of it. Now, it could have been worth even more than that. Do you know what I mean? So those kind of situations are very frustrating for me. And it's just one of those things where I just have to learn. I have to learn more about different people who created or are creating certain types of art, certain types of sculptures, and that's where all the research comes in, you know. And I spend a lot of time doing research, but I think it's worth it if I'm learning something, you know, and if I can retain the information the next time I'm presented with something by that person or that organization, whatever, if it's a certain company that makes, you know, dishes or servingware, whatever, you know, once I've learned the thing, then it's easier to make a decision on how much I should maybe spend, you know. So it's all a learning thing, and there was a reason I wasn't supposed to do it. I don't know. I'm pulling into the gas station, not because I need gas, but because I have to put air in my tire, and I will tell you about that when I get finished putting air in my tire. This is an ongoing, I may have talked about it before, I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna stop this. All right, I got the air in the tire. I filled up my other tire at home, but my little portable air compressor died on me, so I'm gonna have to look and see how long it's been that I've had it and see if I'm out of warranty. I don't remember when I bought it. I've had it for a while though, but the light still comes on. I'm gonna have to remove the link. I put a link to it on my Amazon stuff that I was sharing with you guys because it's been so awesome and very handy to have this thing. You know, again, I have both of my rear tires, and it started when I first got my new tires, all 4 tires replaced. It was a good amount of time into the pandemic, but it was still while everybody was, you know, wearing masks and all the stuff. And I went to Walmart to get it done, and I got all my tires. And over a period of about 3 months, the right rear tire gradually was losing air, you know. So I'd have to go put air in it every once in a while, but it was taking a while. Now it's a matter of a couple of days and I have to put air in it. So I have needed to take it in to Walmart since, I don't know, the summer of 2020, you know, sometime around there. Anyway, maybe it was later than that. I don't know. And I looked on their website and I can't find the sale because they don't have anything before 2021. I can't look at any of those sales. So I can't find the proof that I bought my tires there. Now, I don't know if it'll still be in their system, but if I can't find it, I'm assuming it's disappeared now because it's been, you know, almost 3 years, I guess. So I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen with that. But the left rear tire has a nail in it. And the reason I know there's a nail in it is because my mechanic found the nail. He doesn't do tire plugs. So you know, I don't know why, he just doesn't do them, and he does everything else, but he doesn't do tire plugs. So if my dad was still alive, he'd have plugged this tire a long time ago and I wouldn't be having this issue. But anyway, he's not, so I'm having an issue. And this Starbucks looks like a zoo. I don't know how bad it's gonna be. So that's the story with my tires. So I'll probably repeat it at some time in the future unless I can get in. I went to a Discount Tire, and I don't know if those are nationwide or not, but they will do tire plugs for free. It doesn't cost anything. I don't mind paying. I'll pay, you know, for them to do that just so I don't have to buy another tire. I know they're going to try to sell me a tire, but I know that if it's within a certain distance from the, oh shit, sorry. I didn't mean to honk. That was an accident. I didn't mean to honk. I hit the steering wheel. Oh, you're going to go up to the window. Yep, there's nobody back there, so let me do this. Okay, that was weird. Now it's all recorded. I accidentally hit the horn. You saw that. And the person in front of me was looking, and I was like, well, you heard, you know. I didn't mean to do that, sorry. And she asked me if I could back up because her order was ready. I guess she pre-ordered, so she can just go up to the window. She doesn't have to wait in this stupid line. So that's what she's doing. And that's what that was all about. How boring is this for you guys? I don't know. I mean, I watched some other people who just like vlog from their car, and you know, sometimes I'll keep it on in the background while I'm boxing stuff up or moving stuff around or whatever, and it's just something to listen to. But I don't know. Anyway, okay, well, I'm gonna stop this for now because I'm gonna have to pay at some point, and I'm gonna need my phone for that. So I got my addiction. Haven't tasted it yet. You know, depending on how they make the drink, I can pay either $6 and change for it, which I can deal with that better, or it's $8 and something if I have it made a slightly different way. I don't even understand. Whatever. Anyway, they charge for every little thing. So, and I have to get decaf, which I know there's still some caffeine in it, and it's okay. I can have, some chocolate. I can't overdo it. If I do, it doesn't go well for me. But I can have, a little bit of caffeine, but I cannot have like, what a regular mocha frappuccino would have in it. So I don't do well. I get heart palpitations and it causes anxiety. So I just try to avoid it. This lid feels like it's gonna pop off of this thing. I'm gonna end up wearing my drink. Anyway, I have to go to the pharmacy and pick up my prescriptions. And while I was in the gas station getting change for the air machine, excuse me, I pulled out money from their little ATM, which was kind of sketchy looking, so I don't even know. The place that I bank through, everything's done online, and they don't have their own ATMs. So depending on which ATMs you go to, very often they reimburse you for that stupid fee that gets charged. So they've reimbursed me once, and then the second time when I went to an ATM, they didn't reimburse me for that one. So we'll see what happens with this little weird one that I went to. But they're the cheapest air machine, this gas station that I went to, and they have switched from a 76 to Chevron, which is very good because I prefer to go to Chevron for the gas, not because I support Chevron. I could give two shits about Chevron, but I have been putting only Chevron gas in my car, and I don't do the premium, like the most expensive, but I also don't do the lower end gas. I do the, I don't know what it's called, it's in the middle. It's the middle grade, whatever. That's the gas I've been putting in my car from day one, and knock on wood, my father was a mechanic, and he said, he told me, do not go to those cheap gas stations because they have a certain amount of crap that they allow in their gas, and the cheaper gas stations allow more crap, and it may not hurt your engine, but if you are the kind of person who lets your gas go down to like, where it's almost empty and your little light comes on, then your car is sucking gas from the bottom of the tank, and if all that sediment is sitting down there, that's going to get pulled into your fuel line, and you're going to end up with a clogged fuel filter and all kinds of other stuff. So I'm just going by what my dad said. I can't not do that. I have to, it's in my head, not to go to the cheap gas stations because they don't, they don't have as high a standard or whatever. So it's not so much about, and I know I'm paying more. I'd rather pay a little bit more, 5 cents more or whatever, even if it's 10 cents more. If I'm getting 12 gallons, if that would be a full tank for me, it'd be $1.20, and I can spend the extra $1.20 for better gas and not have to spend, $300 because my engine had an issue because I was putting shitty gas in the car. Do you know what I mean? So, and I know it adds up over time. I don't care. I don't want to have to cough up. And when my car has major issues, it always seems to hover right around the $300 range. I don't know what that is. Somewhere from $300-400 is like the amount, and I don't know if the mechanics have all conspired with each other to just do that as the common amount that they charge for certain things, but That seems to be what I get stuck with as far as a bill. Alright, I have to get to my pharmacy. I know they close for half an hour at some point in time, and I'm afraid I might be going over there during the time that they're at lunch. So that would be my bad timing. Alright, we are not that far away. Oh, here's the Walmart. Crap, I thought I turned on the wrong street. I haven't been over here in almost 2 months to get my prescriptions. I had enough. Then I missed the one, I don't know if I told you guys about that. I missed my pain management appointment, so I had to reschedule, so it just threw me later. And I like to get all my prescriptions filled at the same time. Just, I don't like having to come over here 3 times a month or whatever. So I got work on it until I got them all to get filled at the same time. So there's nobody here, so I'm going to say they're probably closed for lunch, but maybe not. Maybe it's just, okay, I don't know what's going on with this. They've got like a thing here. The little basket's not at this one. I don't see anything on the window. I'm gonna stop this. All right, I just had the best timing ever in my life, I think. I pulled up to the pharmacy and sent my ID through, and they gave me my stuff, and it is 1:26, 1:27, and they closed for lunch at 1:30. So I missed being locked out and not being able to get my prescriptions by 3 minutes. Very good timing. So I'm glad I came right here as fast as I did and wasn't poking around. If it had taken any longer at Starbucks, I would have missed out. So I would have had to come back later. Anyway, now I'm trying to figure out, since I'm not going to the auction today and I don't really want to go home yet, trying to figure out where, and it's late. It's, you know, like I said, it's 1:30 in the afternoon. There are a lot of yard sale signs out. Now, it has been raining here, so we had a lot of rain night before last, and I think it's supposed to rain again tomorrow. I'm not positive, but I don't know if people still did yard sales, or that, you know, they may have put the signs out, but who knows if they're still going. So I'm going to drive around and see if I can find some yard sales. Now, I'm going to start out in Sun City because that's where all the old people are, and that's where you have a better chance of finding, you know, better stuff, or stuff that's resellable for a decent amount. In this area where I'm at, which is like Peoria, I'm around Peoria and 67th Avenue for anybody who knows Phoenix. This area is a little newer-ish, and the people who live in this area tend to, just from what I've seen in the past, they don't have stuff that has much value, or it's not Amway, but you know those companies that the multi-level marketing crap, that like the dishes and that kind of stuff is what they're selling at their yard sales. And for me, that is not a yard sale. That is just somebody made a bad decision and bought a bunch of crap, and they're stuck with it now because they thought it was going to be a good deal because somebody talked them into it, one of their friends or a family member. You know, now they're stuck with all this crap that they have to get rid of. So they have a yard sale, you know, since they can't do it the normal way because they've already exhausted all of their potential buyers with their family and friends and whoever. I don't know. I did Avon. Well, I mean, this was a long time ago, back in the 80s when I was married. My kids were little. I did Avon very, very briefly, and I just couldn't generate the clientele. I had a couple people that would always buy stuff from me, and you know, at the time they were like older ladies, like my age now, or maybe even older, like my mom's age. Those seemed to be my people that would buy from me, you know. it just involved a lot of walking. And back then I was in good shape, so it didn't really matter. But you know, you're walking around. I don't know. It's ridiculous now that I think about it. I was so stupid, but it didn't last very long. I didn't lose money. I probably kind of broke even, which is fine. You know, learn your lesson and get out. I don't know. I guess for a long time, some people, it was very lucrative for them to be an Avon lady, you know, or a Tupperware lady. Because I know my mom had Tupperware parties at the house. She wasn't a Tupperware lady, but she had a couple people she knew that were. And so she would have Tupperware parties and buy a bunch of crap. And then, you know, if you buy certain things, you get other things for free or whatever. She's got so much Tupperware, or she did. Now, some of it, I don't know where it all went. Maybe I just imagined it was more than it really was, because it seemed like that's all we had when I was a kid, was tons of Tupperware, like cereal bowls. But they were really like double purpose. Like you could store stuff in them because they came with lids, but we used them for cereal bowls when I was a kid, you know. So anyway, I don't want to go into a thrift store. It's really nice out. I think it's the high is supposed to be like 67 or something today, which is really, really nice. A little on the nippy side, but not much for Phoenix, you know. That's a little chilly for us. I like it. I could do 50. You know, if it was around 50 degrees during the day, if the sun's out, that's a beautiful day to me. That is perfect. But because then I can wear like a sweater type of top like I kind of have on today. This isn't very thick really, but it's thicker than like a t-shirt. So, you know, because it was a little chilly when I left and I knew I was going to be in the shade trying to put air in my tires. I got air in one tire and my compressor thingy died. So, that's what I was talking about. I was talking about the tires. So I've tried to go to Discount a couple of times to get the one tire plugged, and there's always 8 million people there. So I think what I'm going to try to do is figure out when they won't be as swamped. I will not go on a Monday, because I know that they just common sense would tell you Mondays are probably busy because people got flats over the weekend or whatever, you know what I mean? On top of just the normal amount of customers, there would be people who had an issue over the weekend looking for a new tire or a set of tires or whatever. So I won't go on a Monday. So I'm thinking hopefully both my tires will stay aired up with enough air, and I can go on Tuesday, and I will not go first thing in the morning. Or maybe I will. Maybe I'll set my alarm and go when they first open. Because then you know, it might not be as bad. I don't know. I can't decide if I want to go first thing or if I want to wait until later in the morning. I don't know what the better time would be. I'm going to get stuck there. I just don't want to sit in the lobby area with a bunch of people, because germs are everywhere right now. It's winter and people are stupid, and I don't want anybody's stupid cold. It's not that I'm so much worried about COVID as I am just germs in general. I don't want the flu. I don't want somebody's cold. People are dumb. They still go places when they're sick and spread all their stupid germs to everybody else. And it's like, stay home. Stay home. Don't go out sharing your crap with everybody. It's rude. Anyway. So, yeah, I don't want to sit in the lobby for, you know, 2 hours or whatever just to get a tire plug. That seems dumb. Then at some point, I'm going to have to go to the Walmart Tire Center, and I'm going to have to probably do it on Tuesday after I get finished at Discount to see if they will even do anything about the tire that has been losing air since I got it, because I couldn't take it in for the longest time. None of their auto centers were open for a good portion of the pandemic. After I got my tires, it seems like that's when they closed everything down. So I must have gotten them near the beginning-ish of the pandemic. I remember it was hot the day that I got them, but it wasn't like 115 hot. So it was either like May or October. You know, I have a feeling it was May though. So they may have closed down the auto centers right after that, but I just know that they were closed. None of them had them open, and you couldn't go in and get anything done. Therefore, I could not get my tire checked. And then it just became a matter of, I don't feel like it. I don't want to go sit at Walmart for 4 hours waiting for them to look at my tire to see what's wrong with it, you know. So, and I don't want to have to buy a new tire. And I shouldn't have to, because this started out being something wrong with it. But again, I didn't take it in, so it may be too late now. I do think I bought the road hazard. Although if this was already a thing, then it's, I don't know. I don't know, I'll find out. I will find out when I get there. Hopefully it won't take a day and a half to get the tire fixed. They're so slow. Every time I've gone there to get anything done, I've had my oil changed there, I think one time, and I think I was there for 3 hours just to get the oil changed. And I don't know, the line wasn't even that bad. So I was like, how is it taking this long? I think they just want you to be in the store so you'll spend a bunch of money while they're poking around on your car. Anyway, all right, I'm gonna stop this. I don't know if I'm gonna, well, I say I'm gonna stop this and then I keep talking. I don't know if I'm gonna wear my camera when I go to the yard sales, if I find any out here in Sun City. I guess it'll depend on if there's a bunch of people. If there's a bunch of people, I'm not going to wear my camera. But if it's kind of slowing down like it was the last time I went to a yard sale, there was no other people, or maybe one other person showed up while I was there. It wasn't busy, you know. I don't want to wear my camera when there's a buttload of people and there's the chance that a kid might show up, because then I feel like I can't record when the kids are there. I don't want to take the chance to get anybody's kid in a video, and I know I can blur their face or whatever. I don't want to deal with that, so I just prefer not to get the kid in the video in the first place. So, you know, and I doubt there's going to be any kids running around out here, but you never know. Old people have grandchildren, and they could be visiting, so we'll see what happens. But if I don't record and I find anything, I'll just show you guys. You know, I'll just do a quick show and tell kind of a thing where I'll show you what I got, because I don't know if people really like watching I guess it's two different kinds of people that watch these videos, you know. Some people like watching people go out and go to the yard sales and look for stuff, and then other people want to see how much things are being sold for. And then the third people, or the third kind of people that are watching, might want to just listen to me talk about my misery. I don't know why people watch. Anyway, I am going to stop this for now, and I'll decide what I'm going to do when I get there, if I find any yard sales out here. Okay, so you guys are going to just see photos of the stuff that I picked up at the yard sale that I went to. The woman and I were visiting so much, I wasn't paying any attention to where my camera was pointing, and I was busy. We were busy talking to each other, so I wasn't, you guys didn't see anything. Nothing showed up on screen that I was actually looking at. So, and then at one point she took me in the house to show me all of her knickknacks and things in the house, and it was just, we got very distracted. I forgot I had the camera. I even forgot I had the camera on. So that footage was not worth sharing with you guys. Anyway, so this is it. This is what you guys are going to get for the end of the video. I wanted to thank you for watching. Thanks for subscribing. And I'm going to try and do a Solds video before the end of the week. So that's my goal. Anyway, I hope you guys have a great week, and I will see you soon, I hope. Bye.